right, good morning. Thank you for joining me this morning. We have a cardio strength workout. We are starting with strength today. And so if you have 20 minutes for your workout, you're going to do a strength part, and then we'll follow it with cardio. I call it a cardio blast and an ab blast. So if you stay for the full 45 minutes, you'll get your cardio included. You'll get your cardio increased a little bit too in the first part because we're doing full body movement. So I have a chair close by today. Just for the second round, you might need it for balance, but if you can not use the chair or the wall, then go for it. But if you feel a little wobbly, then you can have the chair. I have two 8-pound weights. That would be 5 to 8 pounds. If you do not have weight, don't worry about it. We can do the whole workout without that. I'm just going to ask you to pretend that you're pulling weights. Or for some of the exercise, you can use the elastics. We've done that before. So, just I'll mention it here because this is staying on the YouTube channel. So if you have any questions about the eccentrics and how it's going to work from now on, just send me a message on Facebook. All right, so we're going to get started with a little warm up. Have your music in the background and feet under your hips. And you're going to inhale, next exhale. I want you to lift the foot off the ground just a little bit, working on our balance. Let's bring it down. Inhale, exhale, lift the other side. And inhale down. Exhale, sorry. Inhale. All right, let's inhale. On the next exhale, you're going to lift the knee up a little higher. Inhaling down. Exhale up. Think about that pelvic floor coming in. So I want you to wake up your whole body. Think about the toes, ball of the foot landing as you're pushing that foot down. So you're going to focus on your breathing out, pelvic floor in as you're lifting. Watch those hips that they're not dipping. It's going to be easier for balance if everything else is engaged. And bringing that pelvic floor is going to help you engage your abs, which is going to kind of help you engage the rest of your core. One more time on each side. Toes, ball of the foot as you're pushing down, and last one. Okay, let's balance on one leg, bend the other knee. I love to do those as a warm up. Just opening up the hips. Good, and one more. Other side, unlock the knee, you're standing up nice and tall. Bend this one, up, open together. So you're making sure that you're not moving the hip. You want to open up the hip joint. So if I move the whole hip, everything kind of gets still stuck together, right? One more time. All right, and let's move those shoulders. So give me circles. And other direction. So while we're doing our warm-up, check in with your body, see what works today. Or if you feel something that's a little off, then we're going to listen to that when we're working out. Arms up, going to rotate one forward, other one back. So a little rotation in your shoulders. So I'm not like moving a lot, just a little rotation in the shoulder joint. And I'm not moving fast, because then if you feel something, you can stop wherever that is and back it up a little bit. And every time, if you're going slow, you can increase maybe your range a little bit. Now we're going to look over the hand that's rotated towards the back. And then I want you to lengthen that core, not the shoulders up, just lengthening the core. And then reach a little bit, but pull with the back hand as well. Back to center, rotate, lengthen. Reach both sides, like someone's holding that back hand as you're trying to reach the other way. One more time per side. Reach, center, rotate, more, reach, and center. Good, let's move your wrists. So I don't have music playing here in the background. I find if I watch workout videos and there's music, I prefer my own sometimes. So then you can pick your own at home and put the volume to where you need to so you can hear the cues. Let's move your fingers, but still have your own music playing. All right. And relax. Just relax those arms a little bit. We're going to go into a little cardio warm-up. So feet a little wider than your hips. And we're going to do some little rotation. So one arm in front, one arm behind. Little rotation here. Center, other side. So I'm not reaching much. I just want you to rotate. The hip is rotating a little bit too. You're going towards the front, a little bit off to the side. That's okay. Good, now we're going to start heading the feet, so a little bend here and reach, bend, reach, reach. So little reach, we're not reaching very far. And we're going to bring our front arm up, back hand down. Good, let's bring it back to center. Good, last one, and let's march it out. So lifting those knees up, and we're gonna move over to the side for 2. 1, 2, other side. Excuse me. And 1, 2. So for that first part, our cardio here is just a little warm up, so there's no impact. For the strength part, if you have your shoes on, keep them on. If you don't, you can do that bare feet, regardless of the floor that you have. Good, just a few more. Let's move our arms. Last one. All right. A little bit of glute activation, so finding your balance on one leg, we're going to straighten one leg to the side. I want you to point your foot without cramping your toes, and you're going to pull up nice and tall here. Lift that leg up a little bit, then I want you to pull it down. Lift, pull, lift, so I'm not falling on it, so you're lifting, pull. 2 more, just doing 6, and bring it in, other side. Lengthen, up nice and tall, lift, pull, lift, pull. So it might bring back memory from yesterday. 4, 5, 6. Good, relax, shake it out. We're gonna push through the back. So here, you're gonna unlock your knees, and then you're gonna straighten the leg out a little to the side. So it's just going out a little off to the side, and a little bit back. Now here, up nice and tall, I want to press back, so you're going to feel the glute engage. And for 6, press. 2, so your foot is flexed. 3, 4, 5, 6. Other side, foot down, straighten off a little to the side and to the back. No pressure into the low back, abs are engaged here. Press. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. So if there's any questions, I'm going to explain each exercise. There's 3 exercises. We're doing that for 6 minutes. So we're going to need the 2 weights close by. We're going to start with 1. And so we're going to go into a side lunge. So over, bending that knee, sending the hips back. You're going to bring the weight close to the knee. So from the side, going over, toes ball of the foot, heel, hips back, straight back. So if I want to go lower, I want to go lower here, but I don't want you to curve down to go to the floor. So that back nice and straight, you're going to go only to where your hips are letting you go, and we're going to bring it in. So a little balance here, going over, hip back, not to the side, straight back and up. So I'm going to do that for 30 seconds, then switch side. So make sure you have the space here. So I'm going to move my stuff after I explain the elastic version. So one side, the other side. Then we're doing a negative squat. So feet a little wider than your hips. weight in front, or you can put the weight off to the side. And we're gonna go, sending your hips back, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 at your lowest, come on up fast. Then, for another 30 seconds, we're gonna do rows. So you're gonna need to grab your other weight here, feet under your hips, so in line, unlocking the knees, straight back, pulling those arms back, pulling back. So here you can use the elastic under your feet if you want, and pull it back, or just have your hands back and press those arms back, adding that resistance. Okay, so adding the resistance in your head, pressing back, you're still gonna work your tricep a lot. Did I show the, okay, so here, we're gonna get started soon. So whenever you're going over, you're gonna bring it back here, lifting the arm up. And over, bring the arm up. So again, if you don't have the weight here, you're gonna bring it down, close your fist, and then pull up. So you're bringing it down, pulling up next to you. So I'm not extending here, just pulling up next to me. So hopefully everything is clear, and we're gonna get started. So we're doing these exercises 3 times. So the first round, we're not taking a break. So it's one after the other for 6 minutes. But after the first time that we do each of them, then you'll be a pro at it. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna grab the weight in our right hand, in your left hand, sorry. Starting with the right leg, your right leg moving in. So feet under your hips, gonna open up. I'm not looking for speed here. Bring it down, pull it back, touch your toes. Let's go over, toes below the foot heel, bringing it in. Now when you're looking at me, make sure that you're using your eyes and not your neck up here to look at the screen. Okay, so let's go over, press it back. Stay here, switch hand. Let's go over and pull it back. Toes are touching. We're gonna work on balance as we're progressing. So the next round, it'll be the same movement. I'm just gonna add a little balance here. So you're pulling back with your elbow, a little lower than your shoulder, because I don't want that shoulder up here. Press, toes below the foot heel. Take the time to land. Stay here. All right, negative squat, a little wider than your hips. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. So you're gonna go to your lowest. Listen to your body. Press into those heels and up. I don't want the knees going forward here. Hips back and up. Breathing out. So if you breathe out, you're gonna breathe in. But if you just focus on the breathing in, you might just hold it. So grab your weights, feet under your hips, unlock the knees, straight back, incline forward, press it back. Now here, I want you to breathe out when you lift, pelvic floor in. Again, if you're facing your screen, make sure you're not looking up at me. Try to listen to the cues, pressing into your heels, breathing out as you lift. One more. Good, put one weight down. Weight in your left hand, right leg off to the side. Toes below the foot heel, bring it down. I'm gonna bring my knee up here. That is an option. You can bring your foot next to you, or bring the knee up for a little extra balance. Press it back. Pulling that weight up and a little bit back next to you. Again, the knee up is an option. Foot can be down. Stay here. Switch hand. Let's go over on the other side. Toes below the foot heel, straight back, pulling up. Either toes next to your foot or knee up. One side is going to be harder than the other. So you're working your shoulder here, but I want you to work that neck. So pulling up next to you, last one. Good, feet a little wider than your hips, and let's bring it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. If the weight is too much, put it down or hold it closer the whole time instead of sending it in front. 2, 1, up. One more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Good. Grabbing both weights, feet under your hips, straight back. Unlock the knees, hinge forward, pull back. Now keeping that neck nice in the line, pulling those weights up. If you have small weights and you find these too easy, keep it up, extend. Keep those elbows up and extend. So that'll be a little bit harder. And bring it up. One more time. Weight in your left hand, right leg out, and straight back, pull up. Straight back, pull up. Now when you're going down, think about that elastic under your arms that is holding you up. So you're not just falling into that lunge, you're pulling yourself down. Last one. Good, let's switch leg. Switch hand with the weight, let's go over. Toes, ball of the foot, heel, bring it down, pull it up. Again, the knee up is an option. You can slide that foot in. Or bring that knee up. One more. And let's do this, those squats. Feet a little wider than your hips. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pressing into those heels, up. 5, 4. Again, the weight can be close to you or in front or no weight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Last one. Good, let's grab those weights. The other one, feet under your hips, unlock the knees, inch forward, eyes in front on the floor, pull back. So again, you can do those pull backs or keep those elbows up and extend. So depending on the weight that you have, or you can add your own resistance, thinking someone is holding those elbows and you're pulling up. Breathing out as you lift. And we're done for this round. All right. So grab some water, walk around, and then we'll go into our next one. So if you want the chair for your balance, you can have it close by. We are still going to need the weights, so not for all the exercise though, but keep them close as well. So if there's anything after I explain that you're not sure that I didn't explain a modification for, you can't do, excuse me, let me know. Okay. So here, if you don't have the weights for the curls, you can add your own resistance, or if you prefer, I'll give you the option to go on the floor for some push-ups. All right, so here, if you want the chair, you're gonna have 2 fingers on the chair. You're gonna take one leg, you're gonna bring it behind you to do a curtsy. So when I go behind me, my knee is still staying behind my toes. I'm not curtsying forward. So down, doesn't have to touch, I'm going down. I'm not going over here with that, my hips all twisted and my knee all twisted. I'm going a little bit off behind. You barely see my toes sticking out on the other side. So it can be here, here, a little bit over, but I don't want this whole hip moving. So down, lift, press. Down, lift, press. I want you to push into this heel the whole time. The weight is not going in the front on the toes, it's into the heel. And you're gonna go down in your curtsy to where you can. So if your knee is hurting and you can give me this and off to the side, that's fine. Press into the heel, focus on that form and your balance. Okay? This whole leg is gonna be burning after the 30 seconds, then we switch side. Then we're doing march with a pull down. So we're gonna grab one weight and up, lift, lift, sorry, pull, pull, off to the side. Okay, little tiny rotation. So I'm not doing a big movement, little rotation. Lifting the knees up. When you lift your knees up, watch those hips. I want the knee up to where it can go, but not with the hip moving with it. So if you can bring it here, that's good. If you can bring it here, go for it. Then we're doing curls, negative curls. So we're gonna bring the weights next to us and you're gonna go up and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now if you don't have weights, you can go into your wide push-up position and you're gonna go up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're flopping on the floor, bringing it up, resetting, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you can do those modified or on your toes, and you go all the way to the floor. So the two options, we're doing that again 3 times. All right, any questions? So let's get ready. Weights are off to the side. You can use the chair or not. So I'm gonna stand right next to the chair. If you have the chair, don't grip it, 2 fingers on it, just to help with your balance. We're gonna start with standing on our right leg, left leg behind, and extend. You don't have to bring that leg really high. Extend. So focus on that front leg. Think about pressing through the heel the whole time. Now, think about pulling yourself down. Instead of just falling into this leg, think about that elastic. Pull down. This is our last one already. And switch leg. So bring it down, pulling down, pressing up. You can think that you're moving through a mud bath and you have to push with that leg. Pull yourself down. Your body weight doesn't want to go down or up. Up is already hard, so we don't have to add to that. But you want to go with a little resistance so that your whole body engages a little bit more. 2 fingers on the chair as needed. Good. And let's go into that march. Grabbing the weight. Sorry, I had a little brain stop. So up, you're going to lift the knee, little rotation. Up, press, press. If you don't have the weight, pretend you're pulling on a rope with both hands towards each side. Little rotation. Breathe. Good. Let's grab both weights. Or you're going on the floor for those negative push-ups. Feet under your hips, palms towards me. Lift up. So you're not up here, straight up. Then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The upper arm is not moving. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights down or on the chair. And let's go with standing on your right leg, left leg behind. Press it out. Pull yourself down. Pressing into the heel. Your toes are touching for the balance. Hips are facing me. As you're lifting this leg up, watch for this. So hips are facing me the whole time. You're pressing out with your heel. Stay up and switch leg. Unlock the knee you're standing on a little bit to start. Bring this leg back and press out. So again, I'm not looking for speed here. I want you to focus on that form. Focus on avoiding any knee pain. This is going to burn a little bit. That's a different pain. Now, if your knees are starting to burn, keep it a little bit higher. Last one. Good. And foot down. Grabbing one weight. Arms in front and pulling down. Now here, if you think, oh, I could use a heavier weight, add that resistance. Pull, pull. Now here, watch those hips So the hips are not moving forward. I'm just lifting the leg. If it's too hard on your neck, keep the weight a little lower here. Good, 2 weights. Up nice and tall, shoulder blades in. Let's bring the palms facing me. Breathe out, lift. And breathe as you lower. 2, 1. Out, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you're lowering, I want you to breathe. Then you reset and out and good. Let's put the weights down on the chair one more time. Standing on your right leg, left foot behind and press. Left foot behind. So remember, if the hip mobility is a little hindering, then you're going just a little bit behind, pressing out. So you're going to do what you can for today. Listen to your body. Pull down, don't let it sink. Good, and come on up. Other side, pull yourself down. Press it out. Pull down. Press. So your upper body should be engaged and lifted the whole time. I'm not sinking here. I know I'm getting tired, but we don't want to sink in. Pressing into this heel. One more. And those are over for today. Let's grab one weight and bring it up. So if your neck is causing any issue, keep the weight a little lower. You can bring it higher. That's going to increase your cardio a little bit more. And your abs have to engage a little bit more because that weight is higher. But don't compromise your neck for it. It is not worth it. Last one, and grabbing both weights or going into your push-ups, shoulder blade in, palms towards me. Let's breathe out, lift, and breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, last one, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and we are done. All right. So if you had 20 minutes to give me, this is it. I know it's more like 25 with the warm-up. So you got a good workout. Hopefully your cardio came up a little bit. Now, if you want a little bit more, we're going to increase our cardio in a 4-minute section. Okay, so we're doing a few movements, including going onto the floor. So if going onto the floor is not an option for you, instead of the last exercise, I'll give you some modification. First, we're going same format, 30 seconds each. Now, there's no break. So in that 30 seconds, you can, but we're going for 4 minutes. If you need a break, by all means, take a little break. You pace it to where you can. So hands down on a chair. I'll show you on the floor as well. Stack your shoulders in line with your wrist, and you're going to go into a plank here. You're going to bring one foot on the outside of the chair and back, in, back. So that's the no impact. And you're going to go here as fast as you can. Now watch that you're not backing up. As we get tired, you want to do this, and then the chair moves. So you can put it against the wall, but I would really like you to focus on this form. Shoulders tack. And then you can move it faster. Now you can take this to the floor for a harder cardio. So here, foot in as close to your hand as you can, and other. So you can walk it, or again, you can run it. Then we're doing a squat thruster. So the weight is going to be optional for that because we have a quick transition. So we can grab the weight or no weight. And it's going to be a squat press. So here we're going for speed. So you're going to go to where you can, so it's not a super heavy weight. You're going to press into those heels and up. So I don't want your super lower squat so that you have to focus too much. I want you to press into those heels and up. Knees are in line. So there, we watch for this, right? Then we're doing skaters. So weight down and off to the side using our arms. And then we're doing get-ups. So quickly to the floor, and we're gonna do getting back up, but only halfway. So you're gonna pretend that you're laying in bed here for a brief split second, and then you're gonna get up quickly, and as if you heard the fire alarm, and you need to go quickly. We're gonna stop right here, coming back down, going on the other side. Back down and up. So you can use your arms to help you up. Just go to where you can. Make sure you're not causing pain on the knee that you're rolling over. So you're moving as quickly as you can, but again, without being in pain. On the last one, I'm going to tell you to come up all the way. We're going back into our mountain climbers, and we're doing that only twice. Okay, so there's 4 exercises, only twice. So let's get ready for those mountain climbers. Getting off the floor is an important part of life. All right, so hands on the chair or on the floor here. And then foot in, in. Or you can run them. Keep your eyes in front of your hands. I'm not looking at my feet because then my back is rounded. I'm not looking in front because then my neck is all crooked. Okay, you got 10 seconds to go. Then we're doing those quad thrusters. So you can use the weight or no weight. And switch it up. So I'm going to quickly grab my weight and press it down, press up, pull down, press. So I'm not doing a super long, deep squat, and we're not bending here. Lead with the hips. Hips back, sitting over your heels. You're not leading with the chest to the floor. Last one. Good, weight down. Skaters. So let's step over and touch. So here, watch your shoulders. I don't want them up here. Shoulders are engaged, back is engaged. You're not just flinging your arms around. You're pulling down. 10 more seconds. And get up. So onto the floor and getting up as quickly as you can to one side and down. Other side. So you can use your arm here. You don't have to do a sit-up. I'm rolling onto my arm, up, down, onto my arm, up. You want to get up faster, you go for it. Last one, you're going to stand all the way up. And back to those mountain climbers. On the chair or on the floor, at the speed or with the impact that you want for today. Bringing those feet as close to your hands as you can. 10 seconds to go. This is the hardest one. And come on up, squat thrusters. So with or without weight, sitting back and up. Watch those knees. If you're feeling them wobble, stay higher. So we don't want the knees to wobble. Keep your squat a little bit higher instead of going down. Keep it high. Press into those heels. We worked on that mobility and form before. Weight down. And skaters. Last time for skaters. Use those arms. Pull. Don't just let them fling around. Last one on the floor for get-ups. One more time, and up to where you can. Bringing it down in control. We don't want to flop on the ground. You want to bring it down carefully. So sometimes, if you have a hard floor, that means you have to be a little bit more careful. Good, it's almost over. And stay here. And come on up, grab some water. And we're going to do a little ab sequence to finish. All right, so walk around, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and grab some water. And the last part is going to be on the floor, so you'll need a yoga mat for that. Again, it's going to be the same format as our cardio. 30 seconds each exercise, only twice as well. So this is like an active recovery. So after you've done this cardio, you're like, okay, I'm done for today. But that little extra for a minute is worth it. All right. So on our back. And I like your abs to finish because I really want you to focus on your breathing. And it's just gonna regulate it. So we're gonna go into a tabletop here. And then, so you're gonna extend one leg and one up the opposite arm and bring it in. So you can have this leg out. It's like a dead bug almost, but we're adding that little extra crunch. So here, you can have your head on the floor or on a pillow. You can also have your other hand underneath your neck here. I'll show you from the other side. So I'm opening here, you can have your hand here and bringing it in, supporting your neck, making sure you're not pulling with the neck. Now you can add a little crunch here. Okay, so this shoulders is staying on the floor. Extend, little crunch. So from this side, it's a little crunch. So I'm not doing this big, like I'm all stuck together, just a little crunch. Then we're going, doing one leg, the other, rolling over, and we're gonna do a low plank here. You're gonna rotate one hip towards the floor and the other. I want your eyes in front of your hands. You can also do this on the knees. So if you're feeling any pressure into your low back, drop it to the knees. Then staying in this position, you're dropping to the floor. And here, I know a lot of people don't like those. They're really good for you. So I don't want you to feel that pressure into your low back. And that is the reason mainly that people don't like these. It's because it's hurting them. So I don't want you to hurt. I want you to feel like you're working. So you're going to grab in your head your ankles and you're going to pull them back before thinking of lifting. You're going to grab in your head under your arms and you're going to pull those the other way. So my body already feels a little bit long. I'm going to lift my elbows off the floor, my arms. I'm going to lengthen more. And just as I'm lengthening, I'm not thinking of lifting my legs. My knees are not touching the floor anymore. Then you can lift if you want, but I want you to keep that lengthening without the pressure into the low back. Okay, so we're going to try and hold it here for 30 seconds while breathing. Take a break whenever you need to. Coming back over for that one knee, other knee, plank, superwoman or superman, depending on who's doing the exercise. All right. So let's get ready for, so I'm going to take opposite hand and foot, other hand behind you, and you're going to pull elbow to knee. Bring it in and in. So you can add that little crunch. If your neck is not happy with you today, focus on the knee to the elbow. And think about that elongation, keeping your back straight. I don't want this to happen. So if you need to make it harder, keep the other leg extended. So without adding the crunch, switch leg. Extend, pull. So if you're thinking, okay, here, the little pull with the knee bend is not hard enough, but my neck is unhappy, then just extend the leg, bring opposite to elbow. So you're gonna engage more of your abs and then add that little diagonal, okay? You can add the crunch if that works for you today. All right, let's roll over into our low plank. And now, once you're set into your low plank, either full on your knees, you're gonna exhale as you're rotating one hip towards the floor. Inhale to center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale to center. If you're going with your breathing, you're gonna go into a slightly more, a deeper twist. And I'm not saying that because the twist is gonna be bigger, you're just gonna feel it more. Now on the floor, lengthen first from your ankles, from under your arms. Lift your arms off the floor, lengthen more, and then lift. Lengthen more, lift. So you should feel those legs working, your entire back working. Watch your neck, you're not looking at the wall, you're not looking at your chest, you're looking just in front of you. Breathe. You can extend those arms if you want, it's gonna work more of your upper back. And bring it down, back on your back. And let's bring opposite end, elbow to knee. Adding that little crunch if you want. So you're gonna breathe out as you bring them in together. Really focus on the elongation as well. The whole movement here, you should feel your abs in different ways. And switch leg, switch arm. Bring it in and extend and in. You're not pulling with the hand under your neck. It's almost over. Just a few more seconds. I know they seem long sometimes. Good, and bring your knees in for a second. Let's roll over into this plank. Low plank, eyes are in front of your hands, on your knees or on your toes. When you are ready, start with a little slow dip and in. So your low back is not dipping to the floor. It's your hip bone that is slowly going over. And you should feel that on your sides. And bring those knees down and all the way to the floor. And lengthen those legs, lengthen your core, lengthen your neck. Don't pull on it back or lengthen from under your arms and then from the top of your head and then lift. Lengthen more, feel those legs work, feel your glutes work. Extend your arms if you want. If your neck is an issue, keep those elbows close to your body. Lengthen your whole body, lift. Breathe. I'm sure it's almost over, and there it is. Hands on the floor, next to your chest. You're gonna press your hips back towards your heels and stretch out here. Just stretch out for a second. You're gonna take your right hand, put it over your left, and gently send your hips towards your right. Just gently. And hands to center, left hand over your right. Sending your hips to the back on the left. Good. And let's bring your hands to center. Roll up. Let's go into, I'm going to stop that here. So here you're going to bring your knees together. And you're going to sit back and make a little ball with your body. And you're going to walk your hands along the side of your leg. And then here I feel a little stretch on the low back on the other side. Let's bring it back to center and over on the other side. Now whenever I'm doing a stretch, it's like with the exercise, just roll up. If it doesn't work for you, don't force it. All right, I'm gonna go sitting down and grabbing. I'm gonna go into our little Z shape. So I will share after on the workout. Linda made another little yoga video, it's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna share that on the group chat. And feel free to follow her on YouTube as well. And release, other side. Here, engaging your core and your hips so they stay in place. Gently pull it back. And let's bring it in. Good. And relax. Let's do a little stretch for the back of the legs. So legs are going to be in front. They can be bent. little bend here or straight, as long as you can sit up. So if you're here and you're like this, bend the knees so you can straight up. I still feel the stretch here, so I'm going to show you with my knees bent today. Lengthen. You're going to bring your hands next to your shoulders and push on an invisible weight forward, keeping your back straight. Relax, lengthen, reach. And you should feel that stretch underneath your legs. Release. Now extend the legs if you want. Flex your feet, lengthen. Again, pass over, aiming over your toes. I'm not touching my toes here. I'm up and above. Good. And release. Bring your legs in and hands to your side. Lift behind you. Little rotation. Sweeping forward. Relax here. Give me a little reach on one side towards the screen. Relax. Other side. Relax and up. And open up those arms. Opening up the chest. Moving your shoulders. And you're going to gently drop your chin towards your chest. Give me a little roll to one side, back to center, little roll to the other side, and back to center and up. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this workout. And this is going to stay on YouTube so you can do it whenever you like. And if you have any questions, send me a note on Facebook Messenger or by email. And or you can leave a comment on this video as well. All right, take care. Have a great day.